R for reliability. We're going to talk about reliability, which is the third in the letters in the acronym on the Trust Cares model. And reliability really gets down to you. Do you do what you say you're going to do? Do you follow through on your commitments or not? And I'll give you two examples of what that looks like in practice. The first example is with a young leader I worked with several years ago. I was asked by her general manager to come in and try to help figure out why she was continually struggling to meet deadlines, because she was well-liked. In fact, she was beloved by a lot of her team members. She was incredibly smart. She had a great reputation, but she struggled to follow through on her commitments. What we found once we got in and started working together was that desire to perform, that desire to meet expectations, to actually exceed expectations in most cases, it was causing her to overcommit to deadlines and to results before she really had the time to do her due diligence, to understand what it would actually take to deliver on a product and on a project. As a result of that, by coming in and getting her to understand first, to be reliable, to fully meet expectations meant that you had to be more disciplined in thinking about how will I deliver on those commitments before I make them. Now that may sound really basic to some of you, but it's a problem I've seen come up quite frequently in a lot of different situations. So that's example one. Example two is when people make commitments and they're totally committed to actually delivering on them, but things come up, right? We all live in a very complex, dynamic environment. Things will always come up, and oftentimes they do. The issue is those people that are seen as most reliable, when things come up for them, they're very proactive about going to their customers, the people who they've made the commitments to, and renegotiating those commitments and saying, hey, I know I promised this, but I can't deliver this time. What I can do, I can deliver on this date and keep the scope the same, or we can reduce the scope and we can still deliver on this same time. Which would you prefer we do? That's an example of renegotiating your commitments to still be able to be reliable, to meet on time. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about a specific context, a specific situation that's important to you, an important relationship. Evaluate your level of reliability from another person's perspective. Would you be seen as reliable, or might you fall somewhere in between one of those two examples I gave? How you answer that question, again, is going to be really important to your ability to build and sustain trust over the long term. Hope you found this video helpful. If you do, please share it with someone else who might be able to put it to use. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.